T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm reviewing X-Transbots Flipout. He is number 14 in their Master X series. He's a berserker, as they call him, a berserker terrorist. I don't really like this packaging. If I was in the store, it's like too much going on. Now that's some good artwork right there, but I have no clue what's going on. I will have to already know about X-Transbots to realize what's happening. This is his motto, if you can read that, which I'm sure you can't due to the lighting and the reflectiveness. It says, "I'm the black cat that passed you and broke your mirrors." There's that. Here's the tech specs. Read this because the bio card is horrible. Typos are crazy. I hope whatever music I'm playing right now is drowning out all the kids playing outside. I don't have a soundproof place to record these things, and if I keep pushing it back waiting for kids to randomly disappear, I'll be waiting all day. Anywho, here's what I'm talking about when I talk about Boxart. Yeah, that stands out right there. That is awesome. This is like, what's even happening? You gotta pay attention to realize the robot is on there. Here's the collector's card. It comes in its own little plastic. And here is this bio. You'll see the typos if you pause. Like, for one, it doesn't even have an I for am. And then a lot of the words are connected together. It's like, what the hell? Here are the tech specs if you wanted to see that. And it comes with an awesome instruction booklet. I like these. They're cool. I like that it's an actual book. But it doesn't have things in here like how to put the face on. But it does have previews of these characters right here that they're saying are sold separately, which aren't out yet. And I guess these two don't have names because they just say also available. Meanwhile, Death Wish or Dead End has that right there. And they put MP36 instead of Masterpiece Megatron and blurred them out. Oh my god, open the box! No, I'm gonna compare him with that later, but not in car mode. Here he is in car mode, and he is definitely beautiful. I really can't complain. I have one thing to complain about, but I mentioned that in my unboxing video previously. This car looks nice. Of course you're not gonna have this sticker right here. I put that on myself. You could tell that they went ahead and they didn't care about trademark infringement and put the little logos like right there. I mean, it's not the actual logo, but you should know that emblem. But this is a nice solid car with really great paint. My only issue is I don't have this piece of plastic that should be plugged right there that looks like this. So hopefully I can get that from X-Transbot. Oh yeah, I guess this will be a problem. There's nothing there to cover that little hole where you can put this right here. But I like that you have rubber tires. It has die cast in it, so it feels heavy. And, oh yeah, one other thing I do have to complain about. The windshield, I don't know if I need to like wipe that off doing a spit shine, but it definitely looks scratched in person. So it was excellently like wrapped up inside of the styrofoam, but it still looked a little bit scratched and feels scratched, and it rolls nice. So there you are with that. Here is this comparison right here. Transforming him, this dude, not fun, especially not back to car mode. This thing has its issues going back that makes it a little bit difficult, but not like this guy. But as you can see, they are roughly around the same size, which I guess we would want for two Stunticons. To refresh your memory, both of them do store their guns back here. His can lift up a little bit more. No, they both lift up. So unless you stick it all the way in, and then yeah. Okay, transformation, and I'm learning from repeat transformations that this paint isn't standing up to the test of time, which is kind of aggravating to me. And getting this freaking started is one of the most difficult things ever. you will definitely need some type of tool. So you need to get that open and get this open. I've been using tools a lot lately for the past few Transformers. But get that started and you can lift up here and bring that down like that. Get these legs out of the way. So now we can separate this. Go ahead and open up these panels right here. Put them into this orientation like that. Once you do that, you can go ahead and rotate these down like old school Transformer style. Alright, alright. Now we need to open these panels up on both sides. And be careful once again, because it is maroon paint. Now we can lift this panel up. Separate the legs, lift this panel up like that. Go ahead and start rotating this around like this. Now we can get this up like that. Let's do that again. This was up like this, rotate it like this, rotate it up, and bring it up like that. And now rotate it down like this. Now rotate, before we rotate that shut, close this. It's supposed to only go like that, but I rotate it all the way in myself. Push these two flaps back down and push that over there. It's not a secure fit, and I'll talk about that more in the review. Bring the foot like that, and you're done right there. Let's try to let you see that again over here. With these open, we can start bringing that up, rotate this around. Now we can lift this up, maybe get the foot out of the way, rotate this inward, shut these, and bring this around like that. Open this up and bring the heel spur out. You're done with the lower part of his body. The upper part is a little bit easier, but yeah. Now we need to kind of pull at this, get that loose right there. Bring this windshield in, do the same thing right here, kind of like push it in, get it loose from right there, bring this windshield in. Okay, now we need to detach this, all of this chunk of his arms from the roof of the car. Once you do that, you can move this whole roof out of the way. Go ahead, shut this now, and also bring these side view mirrors in before we forget. Go ahead and rotate the arms up out of the way. Bring the shoulders down like this. There's a little hinge in the shoulder. Bring that down to there and lift the head up. Now we can, there's a little tiny tab inside of there that needs to go into the back of that shoulder joint that I just brought down. Bring that down into place. Make sure the tab goes into that little hole up on it too. Rotate the head around. Before you move forward though, make sure that definitely the tab is definitely inside of there or you're gonna have issues. Bring the arms around, rotate the fists to where you want them to be. Go ahead and shut this all the way down. And now this is kind of difficult. We need to get this little notch. There's two little notches right here on this, around this neck part. Maybe if we do one side first, and then you can wrap the other one on there. And now he's done. He's a robot. Here is Flipout in his robot mode. And for the most part, he is awesome. Like, he's covered in paint, just like the vehicle mode. Covered in paint. The legs are painted. Like, his whole body is basically painted, except for where they could get away with it, like the inside of the car frame. But other than that, his hands, his freaking gun, everything is covered in this like gunmetal-y gray paint. So yeah, that's awesome. And then where he doesn't have that, he has the maroon shiny paint right there. So, and that's on his face, so he looks great. The head is pretty much spot on. He has these purpley eyes. It looks like this if you rotate it. Now the back of the head does rub up into that windshield, and that sits tight. So that's kind of unfortunate. But they even put in details like the fake connector joint right there. That's cool. And right here, his body outline is pretty much straight up. That's good. They made the crotch look like the cartoon. And the feet, and I definitely love this curved design right there, which is cartoon accurate. That's nice. But now let's get into the downsides, which come into play with the articulation. The head can look up a tiny bit, and yeah, I don't even know if I can consider that down. I showed you the rotation. The arm can do that, which is good enough. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that can get flat right there. Wrist rotates, all the fingers open up on that one pin. Now, no, that's locked like that. I was going to say he has a secondary shoulder joint, but he doesn't. He has an ab crunch. I'll get back into that. The legs can kick out to the side. It's like a soft little ratchet right there. They can kick forward. Awesome. Swivel right here. Nice and tight. And I just love the way that sounds. I don't know why I like ratchet joints. He technically has a double jointed knee, but this kibble ain't gonna let that double joint work. You could bend it at that point, but then it's gonna like still stop. So yeah, the way the feet are made are better than crack up to me, and they feel, I don't know, they felt heavier, but feeling it right now, it's about the same. But it seems that this joint right here is a little bit stiffer on both sides, and this is definitely a big solid chunk of die cast right there. But the articulation, to get some better ankle pivot, you have to like move it over and then tilt it seems like. Let's start getting into my problems. I wish the ankle pivot was a little bit better, because when a figure has ab crunch, it tends to make me want to get some more dynamic poses. And when I try to like tilt things a certain way, it's kind of difficult when the feet don't want to get like flat on both sides. And then you gotta like, this makes me want to twist this one so I can get it flat, but it's kind of difficult since the thigh joint is all the way up underneath of the crotch skirt. Crotch skirt doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would, but yeah, I'm thinking that maybe he should have had a knee swivel or something like that, but these are like budget figures. The next major problem, oh yeah, while we're still here though, I like when a character that has ab crunch, I like them to have head tilt. Like, only being able to rotate makes it difficult for the pose to look right to me. It needs to be like tilted at an angle so the head can still be a little bit straight. But the number one problem with this figure is this ab joint. Like, I should not be able to just shake a figure and then that happens. And if you hold it up here, because the legs are so heavy, look at that. They should have come up with some better system to make that like ratchet a little bit more. It's like pretty much just loose. And if once you go beyond this limit, boom, it just drops. And all that looks a wreck. What's even keeping it up is just the friction between this part right here and this joint down there. So when that closes, the friction holds that, but there's no little notches or anything. They just trust that to stay in place, and they shouldn't have. But to let you see, the waist joint is right here, so you can tilt around and take a look at his butt if you wanted to. But other than that, he's good. His shoulders stay in place. I like that. I kind of didn't like this right here, because that was hurting me when I was trying to pose him when I first did it. But he holds the gun, just like all Masterpiece figures. So, oh yeah, one more design thing before I forget. this does not lock into place at all. So they trust, I mean, that is a tight friction shut, but it's not attached at it at all. So yeah, that's unfortunate. And then you have the pegs outside to start scraping on this red paint. So yeah, it's a lot of things I feel like were probably afterthoughts with this guy. Here he is next to Crack Up. I like him overall more than Crack Up, especially because he doesn't have things like screws showing right there, or floppy feet, or this gappage right there, or this isn't sitting flush as it should. His two pegs behind there. Wait, it's not even down, but it's a couple pegs down there, and the backpack is just a freaking wreck on this guy. But I have a review for this guy if you need to see that, and my complaints for this one. Now, like, both of these are budget figures, but this one is even cheaper because this is the test figure for you to buy and see, hey, maybe I want to get all of them. So they made this, they released this guy originally at 40, and these retail for about 60. Here he is next to an official Carbot. So you can see they're around the same height, and I personally like that. Some people want these things to be as big as aerial bots or big as Seekers, but I'm okay with them being the same height as an official Carbot. I really like that. And here's Megatron and Skywarp. He comes with another face accessory that's like inside of the bag with the, or perforated right there in the bag with the instruction manual. Probably can't see it, but it's, you know, it's unpainted. That might be the only difference. It's flat red paint, and I think the chin is smaller. I'm not putting that on there. When you have to unscrew things to get the face on, or go through a bunch of hoops to get the face on, which you may not hear, I might be able to pry that off, but yeah, I don't feel like it. I'm sorry. The instructions don't show you how to change the face out at all. I was gonna try to pry the face off from the sides, but I see I'm probably gonna mess up the paint, and no, I'm just not gonna do it. I was gonna be nice, but no, I'm not doing it. At the end of the day, I'm not like completely disappointed. I'm disappointed with this ab joint right there, but other than that, I can live with everything else. I like him. He's beautiful. He looks like the cartoon, and it feels like a masterpiece besides that stupid ab joint right there. But it's not horrible, so I can live with it. And just in case I didn't show this off right here, the inside of the calf area, that's what that looks like. Anywho, it's a good figure, nicely painted for the price you get. And yeah, the size and price compared to other masterpiece style figure, I guess you do get your money's worth, to be honest. So I can still recommend this figure. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, T-Man978 out here.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click on them.